Hi, so I'm going to do another video, and this is going to be about school. It's not going to be about my personal experiences. Well, it kind of is, but it's going to be more general about high school. Just because some stuff that happened to me in school I don't really want to get into on YouTube. Some pretty bad stuff happened, and it's just like too emotional, and too I don't really know who could watch this video. So I'm just going to stick to kind of in general. Okay, so the school that I went to, I'm not sure if I just picked a bad school or if it's my area or if schools all around Britain are like this, but it was really bad. I don't mean really bad as in academically, I mean we live in a pretty rough area. Our school was really badly behaved, and there was basically fighting every week. No one really listened to the teachers. So in case you're in America and you're not really sure the kind of grades, we call them years here, that happen, there's nursery, which is optional, primary school, which is year 1 to year 6. I think that's 3 or 4 years old to 11 to 12 years old, but don't quote me on that because I'm not really that sure. And then there's high school, which is year 7 to year 11, and then you can stay on to do 6th form or go off to college, which is another 2 years, so 12 to 13. And I'm staying on to do college, which I really regret. I should have just gone into the city and got away from this and got away from all the people I hate and all the bad stuff that's gone on. But I decided to just stay here, which seriously was a bad mistake, but you know, it's like I can't really do anything about it now. So in our school, I think that we just had, I was unlucky by choosing this school. Okay, so there's a lot of chaps in my school. So up to year 7 to year 9 people were really badly behaved, but then from year 10 to 11 people kind of settled down while we were doing our GCSEs, so people were better behaved, and things got better after then. So when I say from my time, I'm mostly talking about year 7 to year 10, because after that things were okay. And when I say everyone, I actually mean like only a few people, not a few but quite a lot of people in my classes, and only some of the classes, because some people were good and stuff like this didn't happen in everyone's class, but I will say everyone's just because like I'm in the habit of doing that. So people, right, when we had a substitute teacher, right, when everyone misbehaved so bad, like worse than with a normal teacher, you have to do a register, and because our school was fairly modern we had to do one over the computer, so the teachers would see your name and like they'd click this little thing down and it said absent, ill, whatever. But because the teacher didn't know the system and they didn't have a password to the computer, we had to do it on paper. We had to write our names down and then they'd send it to the office and then they'd do it technically over the computer there. And people would write really stupid names. They'd write like Harry Potter and God, and they'd try and find out the teacher's name by going through the bag. Like they'd go through the teacher's personal bag and try and work out the name and any details, and they'd write it on the piece of paper and then they'd be like, he's gonna die, and then they'd just put it on his desk, and sometimes the teacher would freak out, sometimes they'd just be really angry. But substitute teachers, they don't have that much power, so people would just know that they could do whatever they wanted. And like people, my RE class, I remember in lessons like RE and in lessons like PE, no one really pays attention, no one takes the teacher seriously, everyone's messing around. And especially in my RE, two people at a time, like usually boys, I know that's a bit sexist but that's the truth, would pick up tables and like kind of throw them, and like they'd also throw people's bags out of the window or out of the fire door, because we had to have one legally at the back of every room, and then like when the person would go out they'd close the door and close the window so they couldn't climb back in, and then they'd be like, obviously we were on the ground floor, and then they'd be like, if you're coming through the main door we're going to kill you. So like the person would just be stood out in the rain. RE, they'd sometimes throw the teacher's bag out the window and stuff. It was really bad. And kids would jump out of the window and like leave, go to the shop, and then come back, and like their parents did not care, because once this girl did that and her mom came in and she was like, if you're young you're probably going to want to turn off this video because I'm going to swear a lot bit. And the mom was like, fuck that teacher, she can do what she fucking wants. And I'm like, oh my god, you really don't care that much. And if I had done that and they had rung up my parents would be kind of angry. And everyone would Skype lessons. there'd be a fight about twice a week where everyone would go around and they'd all, you know, yell fight, 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 and usually people would start fighting in the audience because they were all like pushing past each other to see, so they'd like be elbowing people to go and see, and they'd end up like being the fighting, and like everyone would get in a big brawl, and it was kind of funny, to be honest, but like obviously not if someone got really hurt. And like the teachers really, like most of the teachers did not have that much control over the students. I'm trying to think, so many really things happened. People would also set off the fire alarms all the time, so we'd all have to leave. And also our corridors were really small, and then usually one of the doors would be locked because we had double doors, so we'd have to try and get out, and everyone would be pushing. And when I was in year 7, I was trying to get back into school, and everyone was coming out of school, and there were these two big boys, and they were trying to get out, and because I was trying to get in, I kind of got stuck between them, and I was like off my feet being carried the opposite way, as in like I was just being carried along with them because I was so squished so close to them, like my shoulders were like right into them. So I didn't even think that could like physically happen. I thought it was only in cartoons, and that was so scary because like I was like, oh my god, when they move apart I'm gonna fall and everyone's gonna stand on me. But it was literally like everyone was so aggressive and so closely packed that I got pulled off my feet and carried backwards. So yeah, a lot of like people, we did dance and PE, and you'd have to take off your shoes because we were in a dance hall, and people would take people's shoes, throw them in the bin, throw them outside, put dog crap in them. That never happened to me, but my shoes did get taken once, and stuff like that. Sometimes, oh my god, people set shoes on fire as well, like with the lighters. I have no idea why the teachers didn't do anything about it. And so people would like have to walk home barefoot, or not barefoot because I had socks, and you can go to the office and get, you know, like lost and found shoes, but it was just really bad. And like a whole group of chavs would be stood outside when you were leaving and when you were going in the morning. And also, I'm not sure if you play this game at your school or if people play there, but like this isn't something bad, but I was just wondering, you get like a coin and you have to like throw it on the wall, and like the person that gets it closest to the wall gets everyone's money, and like it's kind of a chav game, like that's the chavs that play it. But I was just wondering if that was like a national thing or if that just happened to my school because it was like all the big thing. And yeah, so that's all I can think about except for skiving, but I might do a separate video about that because I'm sure I don't have much time left. Okay, so I hope if you like this video, leave me questions about myself because I kind of want to do a video about that. So I'll see you all later. Bye guys.